Aha, another day. So, today, more wiring, and I got my tires. They're used, they're worn, but I mean, all I'm gonna do is destroy them anyway, so at least I got some grip. What are these? Dreza Z2. Is there a year on these things? Holy shit, 2013. Well, like I said, they're gonna get destroyed. Okay, so I've been super absentee all summer. It's been summer. I mean, I've been out having fun, doing stuff. And yeah, no apologies for that. Where do I start? I start with the fact that, okay, I'll insert a picture here. I bought some Hoshinos. 14 by 6.5 and 14 by 7. Decent sizing, but not what I want. And I was gonna widen them to put a wider outer lip on them, but you can do it. But because of the way that they're welded where the two barrels meet, but also at the back where it's welded to the center. So when you remove them, you're basically destroying the lip and the barrel. So you have to buy lips and barrels. I think this is probably why you don't see widened Hoshinos that much, because you have to buy all new lips, which is about Canadian dollars, it's about $2,000 to buy the lips and barrels for all four. That kind of sucks. I found another set of wheels that are 14 by 8 and 14 by 7.5. I'm thinking I might just buy those and sell the Hoshinos. Sad, I know, but at the same time, it's like, I'm never gonna be happy with a 6.5 and a 7. So I gotta do some looking into that, figure out exactly what I wanna do with the wheels. But I might be selling the Hoshinos I bought, picture here, in order to buy wider wheels. I'm gonna stick with 14s. I got the Dreza, whatever, Star Spec Z2s. They're a little older, a little worn, but I mean, they're gonna grip up decently. I'm not doing any highway trips. It's just for like ripping around town. Low key, fun stuff. I just want to be able to have a little bit of grip. And I like how really sticky tires break free. I don't like how all seasons break free, where it's kind of like sudden and then it wants to grip up and snap back. Whereas I find slicks or semi-slicks tend to kind of start scrubbing out, and then they come back, and so it's not this like snap back, and then it's a nicer transitions, I find. And when they're cold, they're a lot of fun because they're greasy and you slide all over the place. It's awesome. I bought a small port harness which has the injector plugs cut off, and it's a little beat up, but it's in decent shape. It's all there. I'm gonna disassemble that harness and take out the alternator wiring and use it on this car because it's the wire length I need and it's OEM looking, so I kind of like that. There's no harm in disassembling that harness. Even if I were to use it later on, I would want to redress the whole thing anyway and rewrap the whole thing. So there's no harm in disassembling it because all the old tape and corrugated plastic and zip ties, they're all filthy, dirty, and crusty and dried out. So you don't want to reuse that crap anyway. Main thing is having all the plugs, having the wires. It's nice to have like the factory wire colors when you build a new harness. And so yeah, if this car ever goes back to fuel injection, it will be standalone. I mean, nowadays you can get an ECU and a harness, like a universal harness, for like, oh god, I think it was like 500 US or 350 US even, like the micro squirt, which would totally work great on this car because I'm not doing boost, there's no variable valve timing. It's literally just timing advance injectors. And I think the micro squirt can even do batch fire, or maybe it can do sequential, but it can at least do batch fire. And so I could just go with coil on plug if I want to get rid of the distributor. So yeah, these are the options I have. So I'm gonna get started on the wiring. I'll probably put it in time lapse because it's not like you can watch me do it and then learn exactly how to do it. And it's just me sitting in an old STI seat cutting apart a wiring harness. Nothing special. Okay. I've got this seat, the driver's seat. It's in pretty good shape. It's just that hole, but I mean, 40 years old. The seat base, the mounts are cut off of it. So I managed to pick up this seat, which is in much worse shape. It has all the mounts and the seat base is good. So I'm gonna swap the base over from one to the other. Oh, sunglasses. It's hard to see in here. Anyways, I'm an idiot. Wiring, finish up cooling system, swap seat bases. That's what we're gonna do today. Then basically we can run the car up to temperature. This is a big deal for me. That's important. That's it. All right, I got the rest of my crap. I know this seat is bad, right? It needs a lot of work. This is an 85, 86 seat, 85? And this is like an 87. I don't know if 85 and 86 were the same, then 87 was different, but so this one doesn't match the seat that I have, whereas this one does. So this, I don't know, I might just put this in as it is. So at least they kind of match and I can just bolt it in. It makes my day a lot quicker. I know it's in bad shape, but I can always get it reupholstered. I can get this fixed. I know it's a shitty seat, it needs reupholstering, but for the meantime, I think I'm just gonna chuck this guy in there because at least it matches that seat. That seems like a worthwhile justification to me. Just for the meantime. Maybe if I want to make it better, I can trade this seat for an 87 seat, then great. If I can't, then I can't. But I'll see what I can do. Also, when working on cars, keep your food in plain sight because you will completely forget to eat. At least I do. I forget everything. I just keep working and working and working and until I get dizzy. So food is there. I will remember to eat it. It's important. So this is the problem I'm having right now with the Alternator, right? This is an SR5 chassis harness, but this is a GTS now. Or this chassis has always been a GTS, but somebody robbed it of its soul. And so your alternator wiring is short and it just goes to here where the alternator on the SR5 sits. But on the GTS, the alternator sits over here. So I need to make wiring that comes up the back here, and then goes over the top, and then goes to down here. Now I want this to look right. Juice box stickers, yay. I bought those like 2 years ago. I always have a little hacksaw. Okay, here we go. We have this. This came from my buddy Matty in Edmonton, Alberta, who's got the alternator wiring all right here. Now I'm gonna strip this out of this harness and get it into here. Make it look all OEM. I don't wanna have any joints in it or anything, so wish me luck. Before doing a bunch of wiring, get set up. Okay, I got a place to sit. I've got my electrical toolkit box. I've got the alternator that's gonna be wired up. I got a new alternator plug. My tools, spare wires, and then a little bit of brake clean, water, heat shrink, and the other harness. So while I was doing wiring, my brain got to thinking and I ordered another set of wheels. Reason being, like I said, the Hoshinos are expensive to widen, for one, and two, I found much wider wheels for the same price as I paid for the Hoshinos. Basically, I got SSR Mark 1s, which I think are a good fit on the red coupe. Nice polished. Basically 0 offset or close to 0 offset. They're 14 by 7.5 and 14 by 8, which is, I think, a very good street setup. It's not so that I have to like go crazy with the fenders. I can still squeeze a 185 on an 8 pretty decently. And I'm gonna sell the Hoshinos. So I got a set of Hoshinos for sale, 14 by 6.5 and 14 by 7. This battery post broke, so very temporary. Okay, did a test run of the engine. Runs, works. I gotta finish the wiring a bit, tighten it up, but I got a few more things I wanna sort out before I finish up the rest of it. But you can see here, like, it's all very tidy, hidden. Not really hardly any wiring to see on the engine. The stuff over here just needs to be dressed up. I might replace that coil with just like a stock Toyota one to make it look more OEM. I'm gonna install the water pump pulley. I'm gonna run it again, make sure it's charging. And if it is charging, then that's basically done, except for functionally done. I just need to do some more dress up. And then after that, put in the rest of the cooling system and fill it up with water. So that's kind of cool. And then I get to run it up to temperature. See how that works for now. So, alternator's in, wired, belt's tight. Now I have new radiator mounts. Japanese. Oh, I dropped it. Oh my god. Yeah, Japanese, whatever that says. It says, good parts, go fast. Oh look, a zip tie. Oh look, I don't know what that is. There it is. Okay, I'll probably get new hardware in here. Why not? Yikes, watch out for that battery post. Okay, so grommets go in the very bottom. The radiator sits on them. Okay, so the radiator I got is basic OEM Spectra. Nothing fancy here at all. Very, very basic. Single core only. What else? Nothing. There's nothing remarkable about this radiator. It is the budget-friendly, radiator. Rubber safe silicone grease. Not that. Yeah, that's awkward. The bottom of these mounts. So they actually want to go into the grommets. The grommets are a little squeaky tight right now. There we go, see? Now they want to walk straight in. So that's how it should be. Now some of you, or none of you, may wonder why I don't use power tools. It's not that I don't use power tools, it's just that, how do I put it? It sounds stupid, but working on cars is like gardening to me. It's peaceful, relaxing time where I can enjoy myself. So if I go and make it all crazy haywire, like, not crazy haywire, but you know, all the noises, wrenches and rushing and all this stuff, it's just not what I'm looking for. I'm not in a huge rush. I'm sure sometimes it appears like I'm definitely in a huge bloody rush, but I'm not really. I'm just chilling. Radiator is in. Now, radiator hoses.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Now, here's gonna be the problem. I've rented this several times before on other cars. the aftermarket hoses are thicker. So you try to get your OEM constant tension clamp on there, it doesn't bloody fit. Because these stupid hoses are way bloody thicker than they should be. And it's annoying. Nothing will fit that. What the frick is this piece? This piece is garbage. I hate it, it's a piece of crap. I hate it. Gates 20877 does not fit. Look at this. Sloppy at best. I need gear clamps to make it seal. This basically grinds me to a halt right now. I made it work. This Gates 20877 fits ridiculously loose. But luckily I had these strong band clamps from another project I didn't use them on. Yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna be great. I've heard bad things about these kind of clamps, like they don't really put even tension all the way around. But they're on there, the bottom ones are on there, seems tight. Now I want to pressure test the cooling system. I've got my pressure tester, and I tried to use this on the Del Sol, but it didn't fit. I believe this guy is the one. Yeah, so that's the one that fits around. Okay, yeah, so I used this on my old Corolla, like, oh God, I don't know how many years ago. Like, I had an old Corolla and I did a small part swap on it.
Why don't you find a button on one of those keyboards and lay down some kind of beat? I think we need to cut our losses so we get our family and Portal out of here. Morty, good music comes from people who are relaxed. Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Yeah, it's all leaking out right there.
All right.
This hose doesn't work for shit.
What is my purpose?
I'll try to crank it down.
Pass the butter.
Get the proper thing later, but we'll see what happens here.
Pass the butter. Oh my God. Yeah, welcome to the club, pal. Pass the butter. Oh my God. What is my purpose? Pass the butter.
Okay, same thing up here.
What is my purpose? Pass the butter. Oh my God. Yeah, welcome to the club, pal.
Okay, so everything's buttoned up. Got these clamps on. Very firm, very firm. You got the constant tension, like the factory clamps on the lower fittings. Lower hose fit so much better than the top hose. Top hose, Gates 20877, sucks. It's too sloppy. So I had to use these like big tension clamps. But I've got it pumped up to
Where's the van, Morty?
14 PSI,
Over the horizon.
and it appears to be holding. So I'm just gonna wait it out for a bit, see what happens, and then go from there. Well now, regardless of the condition of the new one, that thing needs total recovering. The seats match now. I have matching GTS seats. The other one I have is in much better shape than that one, but I would like them to match. So I don't know, maybe I'll trade these for a GTS passenger seat, an 87 black one, I don't know. Anyway, to be decided. But yay, I got that done. All right, I'm going to replace these old rusty ones with new shiny ones. Ta-da. I mean, the old ones aren't even that bad, but yeah.